Hi, my name is Randy Rolfe, and I'm an independent consultant with the Nikken company. And this is our weekly showcase at 8 o'clock Pacific, 11 o'clock Eastern on Thursday mornings. And it's our chance to share what we as independent consultants believe is a better way, in fact, a whole new way to a lifestyle of balance and abundance. And I discovered Nikken over 20 years ago, and I had been involved in wellness for 20 years before that, because my first job was as a TV reporter, and I went to a conference where I met a scientist who said that he was discovering that the use of paprika in Hungary was probably the reason they had so little cancer there. And I thought, wow, does that make sense? Let's go after the cultures that have the best health and do what they do. So when I discovered Nikken, that was this giant wellness company out of Japan, the healthiest country in the world, that had a whole new approach to really creating a natural environment for our bodies to thrive, I was all over it. I was so excited. And they were leaders, still are, in the technologies of health from the earth, the magnetic field, and now the grounding field. And it's so exciting. So I'm going to share a PowerPoint right now to go over Nikken quickly, and my co-host Hattiejane will help me out the second part, and then we'll share some stories. So let me share my screen here and start my PowerPoint. Let me get rid of, let's see, how are we doing this? Whoops, I'm sorry. It's not coming up. There it is. All right. So Nikken is all about a life in balance, helping people, the planet, and the profits come to us and to everyone who gets involved with Nikken. And it's a choice. We really believe that we all have a choice to take care of our health. And it depends on active wellness and collaborative entrepreneurship, because health involves all areas of life. The 5 pillars of health were adopted by our founder back in 1975. And it's all about having a balance between healthy body, healthy mind, healthy family, healthy society, healthy finances. And I loved that because I'd left the practice of law to be with my family, to be the mother and wife that I wanted to be. And I really thought I'd given up the big finances. But the partners in my law firm were obviously not having any time with their family, making great money, but their health was failing. And they were in that adversarial environment that wasn't great for the mind either. And I wasn't even sure working for big corporations as their lawyers was helping society. So I was very happy about my choice, and I became a family counselor and also became a nutritionist so I could help families. But that limited my income. And what I found with the families was that their problems were really related to their daily choices, their lifestyle choices every day. And it's the small choices we make every day consistently over time that make a radical difference in our results, in our income, our health, our relationships, our happiness, and our success. And the good decisions compound over time, but so do the bad ones. So Nikken makes it easy to make those choices every day. What I also found with the families was that their number one stress was their finances. And this is what is called the cash flow quadrants, developed by Robert Kiyosaki, of the way we deal with our finances. And on the left side are the 2 quadrants, employees and self-employed. And there we're selling our time for money. And as a lawyer, you know, the firm charged $400 an hour, but that's not what I got as an associate. And then when I went out on my own as self-employed, I made no money unless I was sitting in front of a client. So you're still selling time for money. And of course, I couldn't charge $400 an hour for my clients because finances was often their number one stress. So there's a limit to what you can earn in 168 hours a week. But 95% of our population are responsible for 5% of the wealth. So that tells us something. You're not likely to get financially independent, financially free and healthy being employee or even self-employed. So we want to move to the right side of these quadrants, the two quadrants, business owner and investor. The business owner, you own a system and you can plug other people into it and leverage their time and effort, and they can grow, but you will take a little bit of all their efforts in your profit. And so you're not limited by your hours. People work with you. And the problem there is traditionally to become a business owner, you need a whole lot of money to start with. A McDonald's franchise is over $1 million. And from what I hear, you need a couple of them to actually get financially free. And then as an investor, you need even more money. To earn $10,000 a month, you need basically $2 million earning for you. And there your money does the work and you can leverage it, but you need a lot to start. 95% of the wealth in the US is controlled by 5% of the population. So it's a challenge to move from the left to the right side of these quadrants. But what people are finding is that there's a whole economy developing of independent workers with on-demand availability for temporary or part-time assignments. So a lot of people are starting side businesses. And the growth has been accentuated by the kinds of things like Uber, which has increased by 1,000 times just in 3 years, and the internet, which is, of course, Uber's built on the internet, and Amazon has grown by a factor of 500% in those same 5 years. And we still have no idea the total impact of the internet. But particularly millennials are joining the workforce and adding these temporary assignments, building the gig economy. I could call it the geek economy. And it's really showing, especially now since the recession and economic challenges, that people aren't sure of their retirement or even their job, and they are building income on the side. It's cost efficient, you're in control of your time, your work-life balance is more in control, and of course there's mobility. You can change jobs and take your gig engagement with you. So we think Nikken is the perfect gig because the cost of entry is very low, under $100 actually, to get your business in Nikken, and then invest in your products so you can share them and benefit in the meantime by the health benefits. So it's easy to integrate into your life. In fact, you want to, because the products are so awesome. And then turnkey entrepreneurial system that's been developed over the last 43 years really works. And we have some great leaders and a leadership development plan. So each person is a leader at the top of their organization and help others. It's an amazing collaborative entrepreneurship system. So what we do as Nikken entrepreneurs is we utilize the gig economy to offer people opportunity and income and teach others how to turn purpose into profits. And so we leverage and compound the efforts of others. And we're part of a community working each for ourselves, but not by ourselves. So here's a diagram, a fun diagram of what we do. You join Nikken, you get your products, you share and promote them, you invite others to be customers and consultants, and Nikken does all the heavy lifting that a giant corporation can do: inventory, R&D, warehousing, operations, accounting, and then they send us the commissions. And I've never had, in over 20 years, I never had a wrong check. They're very good at this. And we have one of the, I think, the most generous direct sales compensation plan out there. So it's quite exciting. And our products create a cash flow engine because the products are designed to increase your health in all ways, in your home, your car, your boat, your airplane, whatever it is. And so the initial startup, you start wherever you want. You get your monthly consumables. You upgrade to build your wellness home. You add additional users, whether it's just family and friends or building the business. And Nikken's constantly innovating with new products, constant millions of dollars every year on research to improve our wellness environment. So it's a purpose-driven model, and I love this little picture of our core circle of influence with 5 people who are customers. We have as many customers as we want, but if we focus on 5 that are really eager to build their wellness homes, and then 3 people who have been building their wellness home and want to join us as consultants and be collaborative entrepreneurs. And so you're at the center of that core of influence. And we build by teaching 3 people to reach 3 people. And we always have a mentor to help us in the ABC system. So if you're the relatively new and you're inviting your customers or consultants to join, they're the C's, you're the B's. Your mentor, maybe your sponsor or some other leader, will make the presentation. So that's a third party support for what you've been sharing. And the support system is endless. These are the different leadership levels, and as you become more important to the company and your check goes up, these different stages, we all help each other. We have 7 billion potential customers, so there's very little competition. It's more about everybody wins. It's really a win-win-win program. And I love this picture. This is the little apple seed. If it's nurtured and put in the right place, it can be responsible for literally millions of apples. And we have people in Nikken who have impacted hundreds of thousands of lives. And I can count mine as thousands, not hundreds of thousands yet, but truly amazing. The impact one person can have with this amazing model from Nikken. So this is the cone of possibility with you or me at the top of the cone as the leader of our organization, with our 5 customers and our 3 leaders who get their 5 customers, So it grows quickly if you find those leaders. And that puts you at the different leadership levels. So if your 3 people find 3 people who altogether have 45 customers, you're going to be earning at least 500 a month and so on. And we have many people who have earned over 40,000 a month, and I'm talking about a month. So we have global impact. Nikken's in over 20 countries, and our goal is every home a wellness home. Certified wellness homes create amazing health benefits. And this is a quick diagram of all the different ways Nikken pays us. There are people going to Italy this year because they were outstanding achievers last year, and the commission checks come every week and every month. Truly amazing. So I'm going to change now to Hattiejane, who's going to tell you more about the Nikken amazing technologies. Welcome, Hattiejane. I'm going to unmute you. There you go.
There we go. Thank you, Randy.
And she's an experienced nurse and beautiful lady, and we meet fabulous people in Nikken. So take it away, Hattiejane. I will go back.
Thank you, Randy. Thank you very much. Yes, I am also a distributor, and I've been one for a very proud 22 years now, as of this January. And we'll find many people who are in Nikken for a long stretch of time, either as dedicated customers or dedicated partners, which speaks highly to a company that is from another country, entered into a field with a technology that is quite distinctly different from go to the doctor and take a pill or go and just make it happen. The technology comes out of ancient knowledge of how our bodies work in a very subtle energy component. As we know, our Randy, do we have the next slide?
Sure.
See, you and I are on the screen as I see, but it's fine. I can talk my way through because having lived in a wellness home for so many years,
Here
we
it
have
is.
found focusing on a wellness home to be the most consistent total package for the individual who wants to take an active part in taking care of their health. We all live with stress, and when we have like what's going on in our government right now with the shutdown and part of it, and the ripple effect that creates, whoopee, and God knows what the kids are going to bring in next. And sleep, well, quality sleep is what Nikken is speaking to, not just a number of hours, but actually the hours that you spend in bed, you spend with a deep quality space of time that allows your body to do its rebuilding and restructuring work and repair work that you've been living with. And the air that's in our environment is effects on the outdoor and indoor phase, and water, which we take for granted in this country because of our marvelous water systems that we've had over the years. Very, very few of us have to go out to the tap in the yard and bring the bucket in anymore. However, we have our own problems with that system that's aging and the environment that's feeding it through the groundwater and through our rivers. So water becomes something that we need to pay attention to because it is an essential element of health. A lot of the other things we can flux with, but if you don't have water, your cells can't function because that's what they bathe in. Next. And so therefore, we look and you kind of look at the kids who are growing up with families and look at how it's happening, and you pause this slide to look at the trends. But this is the first year that people are saying that we're going to outlive our kids. Now that's not cool. And if you look in any of the health orientated magazines or programs, you'll see obesity leading a line. And it's not so much extra weight as what the nutrition is in that extra weight is important. And that's where we're aware of. So when I went on our nutritional plan, next slide, on our nutritional plan, basically because I've been doing a lot of work with the different products that Nikken, stable products that Nikken has, that are still with me after 20 years, some of them. The same ones, I just kind of renewed the little parts that need to be renewed. So I had really, really built up a lot of experiential confidence that this company has a high grade of quality and standards. So I went to join the nutritional chain because being very consistently inconsistent, I knew that was not a natural place for me, but I knew if my body was going to receive the signals it needed to have the proper nutrition. So I went to the supplementation and did our Vital Balance, which is a protein drink that's based on a pea protein, which I found out later was very anti-inflammatory compared to our other protein choices. And since I was having a lot of problems with inflammatory problems, that was really cool. But I went on it because I wasn't able to figure out how to open the passwords, how to work these little gizmos. Well, by the end of the summer and the end of that year, I can now work a password. I'm now speaking to you on a Zoom presentation. Oh boy, I never thought I'd be able to do that. And it's because of our nutritional plans. Now, but again, why is Nikken still here after 43 years? Why are we so passionate about this company? Because they found a doorway into our health care of ourselves that we can then identify what our bodies are saying to us. They've used the magnetic from the very beginning, and then they added the water, and they added the sleep system, and then that how to make these accessible to people. Well, you got to go to bed, so put them in the mattress. You basically in Japan, they walk on shoes of one nature or another. Put them in, or they come home, they put on the special socks they wear at home. Remember, this is the land without central heating. So, and they're super clean. So the wellness home is truly the way and package of helping people come to understand more about what's important in their health. Their ability to sleep, their ability to stand stress, their ability to hydrate, not drink, hydrate. Now here on the thing we have what is our basic package, which is for sleep, which is the mattress pad that goes on top of your existing pad or your floor, whichever you got, and the comforter that goes over it, and the pillow that goes under your head with a special support for your neck. All have magnetics throughout it, and that allows you to literally sleep in a cocoon of stable magnetic field. So it's your body's magnetic field that's responding and relaxing and allowing the energies to flow within your body. Now, if energy flow sounds strange to you, think about an EKG. The doctor goes like that, and he says, oh, okay, I can see the muscle's going to go this, it's going to be hard, so you're doing good. Well, the opposites in physics, they teach us the opposite side of a active magnetic running field, like when you plug in a light and it turns on, is a magnetic field. Whenever you have a running field, you have a magnetic field. You don't have one without, when you just have it. It's just there. So we've been living without doing anything about it for years, but for 5,000 years in China, they've been working with the strangest things to move what they call their energy fields. And the Japanese have found a way to address those fields in our body, to address the fields. It's not doing it to us. It's what we're doing in process of it. And in the water, they found a marvelous, marvelous scientist who found a grand way to not only cleanse out the chlorine and the chloride, the other product, and many of the other things that we have to keep typhus and typhoid and cholera out of our bodies, but also to take out many of the other things and replace some of the trace elements of this that's in the column, and then to keep the water in the reservoir there free of germs, bacteria, viruses, and algae. Because anytime you expose water to air, to the sun, over a period of time, you'll get algae growth of one nature or another. But you don't in our reserves, because of how the water is being cleansed and alkalized, and is microstructured when it comes out the spout by going through the magnetic field. Microstructured? What's that? Well, you know, we all made of molecules and atoms, all that good stuff. And there's a certain structure that makes water flow or go together to make ice or just poof up in steam. So it's 3 different ways, but it's all the basic thing, H2O. But so some of the way those elements cling together, so we make the most use of them, is what's called structure. And this takes it down, when it goes to the magnetic field, takes it down to super fine structure. The body doesn't have to work to break it down. It's already broken down and can get to absorb it very quickly and very smoothly, which magnificently helps in hydration. And we also found a way to put it in your shower, so you don't have to take a chlorine inhaler. Now the energy pack is sometimes, well, that's where I started first with the Energy Pack years ago and worked my way up into the full home. Because there are the foot pieces that were the very first product line of what Mr. Masuda made in Japan, because he knew people going to and from work were exhausted. So they slipped those into their traditional socks in the evening to get a second wind, a breath of air, move energy so they could be more present with their families after a long, active day at work. And they worked, and they still do. And then the one that looks like little black dots and a white pad, that's what we call a flex. And thousands of people who have had multiple different types of back injuries and back problems, discomforts, won't give that up. No way go home. And there's a bunch of other little goodies there that I could spout on for hours. So, but I'll let this go now and recognize that this is, then we go to these elements that I took and still take and have allowed my body to repair and grow. And the technology continues to grow because I'm putting over my shoulder our newest thing, which is the grounding pad, which further allows my body to integrate all the work it has to do. It's fascinating. Could I have told you 20 years ago that I think this stuff would work as well as it is? Absolutely not. But it's been a wonderful journey, and I encourage you all to check us out. Thank you, Randy.
Thank you, Hattiejane. So we invite you to be a customer, a part-time entrepreneur, or a full-time entrepreneur, like many of us are. And Hattiejane is demonstrating her Kenko ground there. It's lovely. And I'm wearing a Nikken necklace, Nikken bracelets. They're in my shoes, the insoles that she described so well. So you're in the natural energy field all the time, and it makes a huge difference. I didn't expect anything to change. I've been in good nutrition for 20 years, and I just was always aware of things that would help my body be in a more natural way. And Nikken came along, and whole new selection of technologies that made a difference. So even I, who thought I couldn't get any better, I found I had better balance. I could run faster and my muscles didn't hurt anymore. And I had energy throughout the day, and I didn't, when I woke up, I wasn't like, oh, I wish I could sleep another hour. I was ready to go because I'd had that, as Hattiejane said so well, the deep restorative sleep. So I thought, well, if I could improve, think what it would do for people who actually had complaints. And it's been quite a journey to help other people. So I want to invite a couple of other people on here to share their stories. So let's see. Connie Livingston, would you like to share? She's been a famous fitness trainer for many years and helped many people with the Nikken products as well.
Yes, thank you. As you said, I too thought that I was as healthy as I could be. My Nikken journey started about 20 years ago, and with sore feet. Now, that may not sound like a big problem, but it is when your profession is teaching exercises and you're on your feet all the time. And a friend introduced me to the magnetic insoles. I tried them. I had almost immediate relief from a chronic discomfort that bothered me and impacted my day-to-day life as far as going for walks or doing things that I like to do. So when the light bulb went off with that, I tried all the products, and my sleep was better. I was more hydrated, and one by one, and what I love about Nikken is they see problems and they offer solutions. And So I was happy to share with women in my exercise classes different products when they would say, oh, my back is hurting. Well, try this back flex, or try the Magboy, the magnetic rollers. And so one by one, I collected testimonials from different people, different sizes, shapes, and ages, that confirmed what I thought with this company, and that it's just fantastic. So their products fit so seamlessly into your day-to-day activities that you start out in the morning and take a shower and in clean water and filtered water, and shampoo your hair with a wonderful spa-like treatment for your hair. Drink the water. I'm a big fan of the nutritionals. I use them as supplements to my already good eating habits. And the protein drink, I start my morning, every morning, with that. And it's just wonderful. It gives me the energy and the focus. It's huge for increasing your focus. And so start my morning with that, go through the day. One by one, you can use the products. And of course, the sleep system is my recovery system. I work all day long and train people and teach classes and so forth. And my body needs to completely relax and recover and get ready to go the next morning. And that takes care of that. So I'm a big fan of it. It's just a wonderful company, and the gig economy is offering another stream of income into what's my major wheelhouse, and that is wellness and health. So it was a win-win for me, and it has a philosophy of balance in your life, and I've always believed in that. It has allowed me to be home for my children. When they were home, I could work independently from home, and now for my grandchildren, I can go to their events, and they're just a wonderful company, and meet great people all the time with it. So that's my little story.
Thanks so much, Connie. I really appreciate it. We've run out of time, but I want to thank Hattiejane, my co-host, and Connie for stepping up, sharing her story. And we have famous athletes that use our products. We have people from every walk of life who have benefited, because we are bombarded today with, as Hattiejane explained, the stress and the alien energy fields from all the electricity around, and we've blocked the natural energy with all our concrete basements and our wiring all around our homes, and so stress builds up. And Nikken is all about helping our bodies let that go, and it's a phenomenal thing. So please get with the person who invited you to watch this webinar and learn more about it. Try the products. That's really the way to go, because as you've heard, it surprises you how good your body can feel when you're using Nikken products. So thanks for joining us, and I'm going to end the recording now.